what up, everyone? This is Shorty Logic Podcast. We back with another heavy hitter on a Monday night. So let's go ahead and introduce our co-hosts.
How you doing? This is Bless. Hope everybody's having a great night tonight.
What's up, everybody? This is Miss Sugar. I want all the smoke. Y'all know what it is. And don't judge me, judge somebody else. Because, yes, my hair is down tonight because I got a headache. So it is what it is.
It's all
So,
good. It's all good.
so y'all, so we got an interesting topic for tonight. It's getting deep within yourself. So go ahead and introduce it, Miss Bless.
Okay, so tonight's topic is going to be if you could go back in time, what would you warn your younger self about life today, or what would you have done differently in life today?
It's heavy.
That's heavy.
Yeah, it is.
So, if I would have to start it off and say what I would warn myself about was, you know how when you were younger and your parents always tell you don't do this, don't do that, and you always go against the grain and do what you want to do anyway because you feel like they don't know nothing and they don't know better than you. You know how we are. So at the end of the day, they say a hard head make a soft ass. They ain't lying because all we couldn't wait to get out of our parents' house. We can't wait to do this. We can't wait to do that because life's gonna be so much sweeter when you get to choose your own life pattern, right? Own life path.
Yes.
Then you get out there. Then you get out there and something called bills hit you in the ass.
Ooh.
Then relationships and other things like that we really wasn't prepared for. We thought we was, but we wasn't. So what I would say to my younger self is slow down. Don't be too fast to grow up. Because ain't nothing really out here for you but heartache, headache, gas,
Light bill, rent,
okay,
car note,
insurance. You know what I'm saying? What are we rushing for? Then we rush to fall in love, and then what comes of that? Does anything worth having is worth working for? So we rush into so many things, and we need to take our time. We really do. We need to take our time and just move slow, enjoy life. Because if I could go back today, I would definitely stay a kid as long as possible. I would have probably kept my ass in cheerleading. Then I wouldn't be plus size today because
shit,
I
I
used
like
to cheer
being
and
plus
do all
size.
kind of
I
stuff.
like being a plush pound, baby. Don't play with it.
Plush pound.
Plush pound, baby. I love it.
Hey, listen, some people love it. You know, it ain't for everybody. Me, I wish
Yeah.
I would have stayed the way I was because I was athletic and I did all kind of different things like that. But I got lazy and started doing other things, and it's fine. You know, it is what it is. I still love me. I love me
I
some
know
me.
that's right.
But at the end of the day, I still would have done things differently, just for health matters, not because of the look, just for health matters. And then on top of that, it's like I would have probably kept my what else would I have done? I got my apartment when I was 18, so I kind of moved on with that. So I've always been out on my own, so that's a wonderful thing. That's a blessing. But I still feel like I rushed it. I feel like I wasn't really ready. I wanted to still do other things.
Yeah.
And I said I had kids when I was 23, which wasn't too bad. But on that aspect, believe it or not, I think I would have had them younger. I would have actually tried
Me
to have them just a
too.
little younger. Yeah, I know
Yeah,
it
I
sounds
think I
weird.
would have too. Because I didn't have my son when I was 26, and I was like, dang. When he started getting older, I was like, I wish I had him younger.
Mhm.
I
Well,
really do. I ain't even gonna lie.
I'm opposite. I'm glad I had them at a later age, because
Yeah, that's right now.
what I'm saying. I'm glad I did because
Mhm.
I didn't want Of course, I was married around then, whatever the hell that
Mhm.
was, and but I didn't want to because I told you I lived in 13 states in the United States. I lived in 7 countries. I didn't want to travel with the kid like that.
Yeah.
Right. That's understandable.
Especially while I was in the service at the time. Anything can happen.
Hmm.
I didn't want that. So my mind frame was on the kid back then.
Right.
Yeah.
So I feel
It's several reasons I would have had my son younger. One, my mom would have had more time with him.
Right.
Two, like I didn't do too bad. I mean, I'll be 46 this year and he'll be 20. And I'm just like I said, he already married, the made my granny and everything, you know. But that would have been the main thing for me is that my mom would have had more time with him.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
understandable.
Yeah. So
Definitely
that was a
understandable.
major thing.
Right. Right. And what
imagine.
else? What would you all tell yourselves, your younger
Well,
version of
well, for
yourself?
me, you know, I say this: be more patient, slow down, you know, actually really pay attention to people. You know, don't be so hard on yourself. You know, and back then I know how I was. I was quiet, but also I was kind of timid, don't want to do nothing. You know, so I wish I kind of who I am today. I wish I kind of started a little earlier, which I know I had the brains, I have the gift to do it, but I didn't. I didn't start it till what, a couple years ago. So I feel like a lot of things I would warn, especially in the world today. Man, keep yourself.
I can't never remember you being quiet, but okay.
Well, you didn't know me. You ain't know me. You ain't know me back then. Yeah. You know, but you know,
almost 11 years.
I will say is, you know, this is gonna be kind of harsh. I don't really care. Don't really depend on family the way I did.
Right.
You know,
right.
Because they're the ones gonna hurt you the worst. You know, so that's some of the things that I wish I could. I wish I can go back and warn myself about of the today's world. How I navigated today.
Yeah, being too dependent on them.
Yep.
I'm with you on a lot of that.
Yeah.
I wrote a letter to my 8-year-old self because I think for me that's when I started processing life very young. I had to mature very quickly. So I was like, because of that, I really didn't get to be a kid like I would have loved to be a kid, you know, like how everybody else was. Right. So I wrote a letter to my 8-year-old self. I'm going to read it. Don't judge me, y'all.
No judgment zone.
Okay, so I said, Dear 8-year-old Ebony, at this phase of your life, things will happen to you that will change your life forever. Do not hold on to that fear. As you start to get a little older, you will have a lot of heartache, but I need you to embrace the good things. Have fun. Have no regrets. Enjoy being a kid. Slow down. You don't have to mature so quickly. Stand by your dreams and goals and believe in yourself. You need to understand that you do have purpose. Yes, you will have to learn a lot on your way, but you will make it through. Create better bonds and make more memories. Hang tight to your mom because later on you will lose her at the most pivotal moment in your life. And only then will you learn she will be that one person that was completely unconditional with you. When the world will be when the world at that moment will get colder and colder. But no matter what, you will remain powerful, strong, resilient, smart, intriguing, beautiful, humble. You will blossom after having an amazing son, becoming a great mother, learning how to be a real woman, spouse, friend, family member, etc. And know it's okay to give yourself some grace and mercy. It is okay to shed some tears. It is okay to be selfish. It is okay to let your walls down. It is okay to not be strong all the time. What you got to remember out of everything you will learn as you walk through your journey in life is to live life. Don't let life live you. Be that there would be no part of return. So
that's good.
That's deep.
That's good. It is deep.
That's deep.
And I get it. I definitely get it because I think it's so much more that we would tell ourselves, and so many more things that we would do different.
Yeah,
it's so many more things. Because me personally, I feel like I would have raised my kids different, and I'm just keeping it real.
Me too.
Because at the end of the day, it's like I never wanted my children to suffer or to not have the way I had to not have, or some of the things I had to suffer through from abuse and
things you didn't
whatever.
know. Things you didn't know. You know, it's a lot of things that now that I see people do with their kids and stuff, I'm like, damn, why didn't I think of that when I was young? Or why didn't I, implement this into my parenting and things like that? So I get that. I feel you on that.
Yeah. When it comes to the parenting thing, when it comes to me, this is my thoughts. I feel like, tell me if I'm fucked up for this. I feel like parents shouldn't hide the struggles from the kids.
That's one thing I didn't do.
That's true.
Now, that's one thing I didn't do. I will say that I did not hide nothing from my
I didn't
son
either.
because I needed him to know what the realities of life could be.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, I didn't have anything. I
Yeah.
feel like I coddled them. I feel like I absolutely did too much for them because, you know, my children are spoiled. As of today, they're like 25 and 22, and I'm just now trying to move away from doing everything for them. I'm talking about everything. I always felt guilty because I was like, the things my mother didn't give me, couldn't provide to me, or just didn't want to do for me. It was like, no, my kids are not going to suffer through this. They're not going to go through this. They're going to have everything I didn't have. So me being teased for not having a lot growing up, or, you know, having to get clothes from Family Dollar and shit like that, I said my kids would never. And I meant that. And I'm like living in the projects and shit. Like my kids would never. And even though my grandparents, you know, I was raised with them for the beginning part of my life, which they owned their own home. So that was not an issue. It was once they passed away and I had to go to my mother. Yeah. That's when shit got different and got real. So it's like I wanted them to never ever have to struggle. Right. Never have to worry about where their next meal was coming from. They didn't have to worry about a dirty house and all that shit because I wasn't playing that. I kept it clean. Up until they were grown and was staying with me, I was still like, nah, I got this move. Like, I wanted them this way. I'm particular about all that shit. Yeah. So that was my issue. So now that I'm like, okay, y'all niggas need to get up and do this, that, and the third, they look at me like, well, you been doing it? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, damn, that's what I did. I shot myself in the foot because I should have been more stern, you know, more direct. Like, I didn't really believe in a lot of whoopers and all this stuff. I'm like, yeah, do this, do that. You know, I gave them structure somewhat. And I'm going to be honest, it was like it was a lot more I could have done. It was a lot more I could have done. So that, you know, because I got one daughter, you know, that's, you know, very disrespectful. And I got the other one that's like, you know, we get along pretty well. But at the same time, she has a moments when she'll try it. And I'm like, nah, let's back it up. And so I just really started having to take things away. And, you know, just like, you can't call mama no more because mama ain't got it for you. You can't live off of mama no more because mama ain't doing it for you. So I had to really put my foot down to be like, hey, get it how you live. I can't do it no more. I don't want to do it no more. And I don't feel guilty about not doing it no more. So it is what it is. And that's how I feel right now. And then it's like, you're nasty, you're mean. Well, I'm going to be whatever. But y'all going to have to figure it out because y'all wrong.
Yeah.
You know?
And see, my thing just here, like, I will go back and warn myself about a lot of things. But at the same time, there'll be some path that I won't. Because I want my old younger self to go through that path because that's what made me the father I am today. Right. So some things I will change about my personal self, what you know what I'm saying, but just the structure, the structure of the damage that I went through as my parents done to me, my grandparents done to me, you know what I'm saying, I will want to still go through that path. I don't know if I'm noticing. That's just a path I would still want to go on, just in that parenting area right there, because it's how I am with my son today. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't want to change that part.
There's some things that I would have definitely wanted to implement in my parenting, but I will say this: I do not regret none of the struggles I had in my parenting, because if I had not had that, my son, like he's very independent like me. Like he loves to get out there and get it. He loves to he's an outdoorsman type person, you know. He sometimes he gives a harsh reality check, but I always told him, look, it's better if you're gonna be a friend, if you're gonna be a great spouse, you know, be in a solid relationship, you gotta be willing to take constructive criticism as well as you give it. Right. Because you know, but whatever you do, don't lie about it. And that's a couple of things that I really instilled in him, as far as and then everything else, as far as taking care of himself and stuff like that. And I don't regret that. I don't regret that, because he was out of there. And you know, even though things ain't always perfect, I went through a transition in my parenting when he got grown, and I was just like, he's moving so fast. I want him to slow down, you know, because of this and this and all that stuff. And I have made no choice about it on this platform about that. But what I had to learn as a parent is it doesn't matter sometimes which way you go. Right. Right. You either gonna fight them or you gonna fight yourself at the end of the day. When they grow up and they turn into young adults, you got to trust that whatever tools you provided to them, that they will take heed of that at that pivotal moment that they need that particular tool. And that's how that's going to work.
Right.
You're gonna have to let them fall and see if the tools that you instill in them is going to work. If it's going to stick.
Exactly.
So I feel like there's no parent out here, if you know, a true parent, you should not downplay yourself. Give yourself some grace and mercy because nobody is perfect.
Right.
Nobody's perfect. Nobody has a handbook to the shit, and every child is different.
Right.
Every child is different.
Right.
So it's some stuff that, like I said, I would want to implement, but it's nothing that I regret. We done had times where, you know, my lights done been off. I've been living on my own since I was 17. My lights done been off. I done had some struggles. Now, has he always seen those type of struggles? No, because of course, Mama did what she had to do to get it done.
Right.
I done had it where I was bringing in a high income, and I done had it where I brought it a low income.
Right.
I done had it where I never lived in the projects, but yeah, I had to go get food stamps. You know, it's a topsy-turvy. I've had both sides.
Hey, Mr. Yes Sir is coming in.
Who's Mr. Yes Sir? Don't tell me Kelly.
Don't let him get you.
If don't do it. Don't do it.
I
Don't do it. Anthony, don't do that. Like, I mean, I am special, not special needs. And on top of that, don't do it like who was that? Yeah.
I knew it was Kelly. Kelly.
It's could have been imitated. They had to try to perpetrate, but they can't be me. There's
only one Kelly.
There's only one Kelly. Look, but God said the mold was for him that was it. And he said it was good.
Okay.
Right.
And he said it was good. And that's what it was with me. What's going on, Potters? Y'all doing all right?
Hey.
Good. How are you?
Good. How you doing?
So you got some more color than her. I see your hair. I see your hair doing what it's doing. It's doing what it do, baby. It's doing what it do. Okay. I like it. Mary J, I love it.
I better know it. You better know it, Kelly.
Man, hey, look. Hey, do your thing, girl.
Okay.
Do that.
She be rocking the hell out of color, though.
She really do. I'm teasing, being funny, but I'm being serious at the same time. It's like that. I can't front.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I can't front.
How you doing, Mr. Kelly?
Man, look, so man, these last 2 or 3 weeks, man, I've been watching, but then it get on. You went heavy, then you went back to I guess some not so heavy topics, but today for your younger self, or what you would have said, man, that's woof. That's deep.
Thank you.
That's deep, man. Because you know, to me, it's like I hate the what ifs.
Right.
Yeah.
Like what could have been. Me personally, I can't live in a what if, because if that's the case, I'm always that when I'm doing now. Because if I would have did something different before, maybe how my life is, or relationship, or anything is now, it might be better, worse, or indifferent. I don't know.
Right.
So I try not to stay there, because you know, what would you tell your younger self, or what would you say to that person? I would say, don't listen to anybody, man, that is giving you information that in your gut or your spirit you feel is wrong. Don't even follow it. Because I say this, and of course it's like some old pimp stuff, but your first move is your best move. So like literally, like if you're feeling in your spirit that you're getting bad information and you feel it, go with that. Go with your gut.
Yeah.
You know, go with that. This is not what I'm supposed to be doing. I mean, I break it down even simpler than that. So, I mean, I'm a spiritual, religious, a Christian, or how we want to put things now, because we got to be politically correct or whatever. So, like the Holy Spirit. We got to
remember be ourselves.
Right, and I'm okay with any label because I'm cool with who I am.
Right.
But when we do it, like far as like the Holy Spirit, and so like the Holy Spirit is really like your conscience. So when you in a situation, are you dealing with something that's saying, that you feel, man, I don't know about this, or maybe I shouldn't be this way, or this person is saying something or doing something that I don't agree with, or I'm in a situation where I know that it's not going to be feasible or it's going to work out in my favor. So like the Holy Spirit gives you what they call discernment. Like discernment gives you all the tools, that little thing that's in your stomach that's saying, I don't know about this. Right. So I'm tying all this back to say when we were going back, if I could have did something different, I wish I would have listened to myself and not followed people. The crowd, or follow the popular opinion, or the popular people, or people that I thought had it all together, and we fast forward 10 years later, and they don't have it at all. They are probably worse off than all four of us right now on this pod right now. Right. You see what I'm saying? And I wish that, not going back in time, like I said earlier, because I don't live in regrets, but that would be my only thing that I just wish I would have had enough courage to say, hey man, you're fine, man, you're good. And I think a lot of people struggle with that, with this being strong enough and having enough gumption and courage, and just I can do it. I'm good. I'm satisfied. I'm content. I can be me. Whatever I thought I should have been, or what life has got me to this point, if I was able to say something to that person, I think coincide, I think both of us, we're going to be good because we're going to meet somewhere in the middle. And the older you get, and it's one thing my father always told me, man, and it's always a thing of, he said, man, you learn by doing. So like the more that you do stuff, it's a learning experience. Right. And so going back into that, what you as a younger person are going back and think about, what would you tell that person? Shoot, I would tell, hey man, don't listen to none of them monkey ass in words. And keep it moving. That's all I would have.
Right.
Yeah. I get that. That's some real. No, if you really think about it, this is a good topic. But at the same time, what you just came in to say, that what if, if you really think about it, how each individual, how we are today, if you really think about it, if you go and change something, you might not be who you are today.
There you go. Yeah. So
a lot of people fail. I feel like a lot of people fail. This is one of my things. My biggest thing about like the letter I read, the biggest thing for me was that I didn't realize, if I had known sooner, that it was okay to trust my faith.
There you go.
Okay. That's the bottom line. If I had knew sooner to trust my faith, my progression would have been a little sooner than what it was.
Right.
So that was my main thing with my letter, was like, and now, and Kelly's right, as you proceed to get older, you learn, and you blossom into this individual, and you realize how strong your faith is and how important it is to you, because faith is like saying, people that are afraid to take a chance on themselves. Taking a chance is having faith. It really is. It's the same thing. It's having faith, trusting your faith in yourself. That's it.
That's true.
That's it.
And let me not be remiss, Miss Ebony. I gave the comment because her hair, but are you doing something over there? Cause like you losing over your face getting skin over. What you over there doing? You getting beach ready for the trip? What you over there doing? You doing something over there?
Why you always trying to come for me?
You doing something, I mean, I said I would be remiss not to go to spread the comments where they need to be spread. Now you doing something over there.
I'm just keep moving in a better state.
And God is good. So
all the time.
All the time, and God is good. So yes. I don't mean to cut you off. Jake. Go ahead, Jake.
Oh no, everyone's talking. Go ahead.
No, I mean that's it right there. Trusting your faith. People are so drawn to what they can see.
Yeah. And
so if they can't see it, they don't understand it. They don't gravitate to it because they can't see it.
Right.
So really, that's what it is your faith that some people are missing. If you put faith in yourself, you trust your faith, it's gonna take you. It's like a floating carpet. It's gonna take you where you need to go.
Well, y'all remember the movie School Days?
Yeah.
And they had the song "I Can Only Be Me," right?
Yeah.
Like it, but in the lyrics, if you were another, would you truly be who you would be? Would
True.
you like what you see? You can only be you. I can only be me.
That's right.
So like literally like in that song, and that was so prevalent back then. And you got to think that was like years ago. All of us was young. Yeah, you might have been 15, but all of us was young back then when that came out. You might have been 10. I don't know, but that so like the message in that song, like if you if you really want to be somebody else, what does that look like? And then what if it turns out that's not really what you really should be or want to be?
That's you damn right, because I don't want to be nobody but me.
And you can only be you. I was just like, yo, ass. Read it, Jay.
I would tell my younger self, don't be scared of failure, and tell myself, live life happy and not for others, and also love myself correctly.
That's right. That's right.
For sure. That's powerful. Yes, for sure. Definitely. Never going to have anybody's opinion or anybody else's influence of what I should be or not be. Especially now, though, considering that at the age I am now, I don't care. Okay. I didn't
care then, so I know I don't care then.
Right. So I'm saying like it's okay. Let's talk about some current real fast. Super Bowl last night with Kendrick Lamar. I know y'all been seeing the posts about the this and that and the whoop, the woke and unword. And you ain't this, went over your head and whoop the whoop, all this other stuff, right? To me, if I'm gonna sound like a hater or an old head. I'm not a Kendrick Lamar fan. Let's go there first.
Right.
I would never even listen to his music if the Super Bowl wasn't playing. The message is what it is. If it went over somebody's head or went through their head, fine. If you receive the message, fine. My thing is this is me. What's next? So you get the message, and the black revolutionary thing is in play, and we ready to do some stuff. What's next? Instead of we got keyboard gangsters and we got a bunch of keyboard Umar Johnsons. So everybody now is on typing on all social media platforms and just arguing with each other, which is causing more confusion.
Over this one performance. It was one thing when he was on, they did it on Amazon. Now it's this performance at the Super Bowl. And I feel you, Kelly. What is next? Where are y'all going to navigate from here?
Right. Because I'm saying like message received. I get it. So I know we're in the space where things are different for people that look like us on this platform. I know things are different. And to the point now where you want to take away things just because how I look now. Because the whole DEI thing, which I wish the mom was on here because we went back and forth, man, on some shit. But anyway, I'll leave that alone. It's my brother. I love him, but man, he's crazy. But he's nuts. But it's so like the whole thing of diversity, equity, and inclusion is the whole point of why the 40 acres and the mule and all these other things didn't come into play. So we didn't get that. So at some point in the 60s, well, at least we got to give these Negroes something. And all those programs end up playing out to help white women. So it didn't really.
That's what I was going to say. It was designed to help white women, first of all.
Yeah, so it never
we was at the bottom of the list, like we're at the bottom at every list.
Right.
So it didn't really pan out to help us. But I would hope this. I would hope that us, that we can really see the writing on the wall and where y'all live, North Carolina and Tennessee, and we in Kentucky. So we in 3 states that are definitely states where they vote one way They think enough. They think one way, and they see us one way. And I just would say this: just gotta be careful and get around some folk, like-minded folk. You know what I'm saying? That believe and see the things that you see. Because man, these next, I'm gonna tell you. I mean, and I'm not no fortune teller, but I'm around people. I'm around 98% white men, so I'm around them. And when they rap, when they talk, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But
because they waiting for you to be froggy.
Yes.
Yeah. Of course.
Yes.
They waiting on you to be froggy, so they can go all in because they see you just sprinkle a pepper amongst salt.
Yeah. And man, the people that, man, I care about y'all, man. I just want y'all to be safe. I'm saying that, and with all sincerity, not putting fear out there. Just be aware. Go ahead, Jack. I feel like I'm changing up where we was at on the podcast. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you going heavy. You good? We going to that? Because at the end of the day, man, we just be yourself. Be yourself
and believe in yourself.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody else around you got to believe in you but you.
Right.
A lot of people miss the biggest equation of it all. It has nothing to do with anything or anybody else but you.
Yeah.
That's why I said you cannot turn back the hands of time. No matter what you say, no matter what you do, it will not change. Make the best of it for you and your life. If you've got to put some people out of the way, that is fine.
Absolutely.
That is fine to do. But you know, people, one word I used to hear all the time is people always say, oh, they selfish. Let me tell you something. It is nothing greater that you could do for yourself than to be selfish.
Yeah, to choose you.
There's nothing greater you can do for yourself but to be selfish.
Yes.
Because the more selfless you are with people, I kid you not, you will lose your journey.
Yeah, for sure.
Walk around with other people. Yeah. So it is necessary that you do be selfish with yourself.
Choose you.
You have to.
Yes.
You're right. I mean, you always got to look at self-preservation is always. I mean, it's number one, and you always got to look at for number one. Because if you don't care about me, who's gonna care about me?
That's right. That's right. Then you get caught up in the blame game. You get caught up in it's their fault. It's them. It's this. That. And all along, people forget you got options, and the choice is yours. The choice is not nobody else at the end of the day but yours. So why are you not? You are not the most important factor in that. You have to be.
Exactly.
You have to be.
Right. I think that. Sometimes what becomes an unpopular opinion of stuff becomes in your own mindset. It starts to bother you because you start to worry about what somebody is really thinking or saying.
Yeah,
right.
And the sad part about that is that it could be your family.
Oh yeah,
and it could be the closest people to you. And this was hurtful, I think, sometimes because you count on these people, man, and they putting you in a situation where you got to choose them over yourself.
And you ain't got to; you choose to.
And what I'm saying is, but you putting family over everything. You know, how the saying, family over this and family this. So I think that the older you get, it's easier to move away from that mentality, though, because at some point, you know that individual or folks have done something or treated you a way that make you feel like that you really don't have my back. And I'm not going to sit up here and deal with the ramifications or repercussions of stuff that you caused. You find what I'm saying? Like, you put me in this place, and now it's my fault that you brought mess into my life.
Yeah.
Right.
And then you want to bring it to the rest of the family and blame me.
Right.
Because of what you did.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And this happened to me. I ain't even gonna say about what nobody else didn't happen to me. That when someone has said what I said. And I hate this. All this is a pet peeve for me for sure. I hate when someone want to say what I said without coming to me and asking me or having any type of confirmation.
Right. Yeah.
What Kelly said. Kelly said. Well, wait. What was I at? And what happened? You give me the background scenario, dates, times. Give me some timestamps. Give me some stuff.
Right.
About what I said I didn't say. You know,
a lot of times it done got to the sixth person or the fifth person is not even what you said.
And
because they go into the ponies. If you want to know what was said, come directly to the horse instead of going to all these little ponies.
That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
Like, have that conversation with me first.
Yeah.
We don't have to go to the sixth and seventh, eighth person that then made the story to the point where everybody want to fight.
Right.
It's not even, and it got to the point now everybody's aggressive. They want to fight.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you say
they make the story to benefit them. Mm-hmm.
There you go. And that's the same part with us, with brothers and sisters, man. And I tied it all back in the Super Bowl. I got to admit to my madness. I tied it all back to the Super Bowl where you get this message, want the black people do this, and then I tie it with family. So we watch some on a big stage where there's a message and it's all we're supposed to be this and this is supposed to happen and whoop to whoop. And then in your own house, in your own lineage where your cousin, auntie, sister, brother is not on the same page, or they upset with you, or they are hating, or there's something that's going on with them, that they can't be happy for whatever you got going on, even though you're trying your best to be happy for them.
Yeah.
And but you're looking at this national stage of what Black unity and what Blackness should look like and what all this other things should be, but where you live. And I can tie it all back into the topic, Jay. So going backwards of regret of what you would tell that person before. So now, like, you can look at, now we're having a foreshadowing moment where we can see what the future looks like. And so you're looking at the future. So you're seeing that we have a kindred mind. We have your family members, man, that this ain't what they're supposed to be. So that 15 and 6-year-old person that is looking at what the future look like and they can see it, man, they petrified. Scared to death. I can be honest, as a teenager, a lot of things did scare me. And I'm man enough to say it, because real life was real life when I grew up. Ebony and y'all, we close to the same age. Like we saw real life situations, teenage pregnancies, teenage dope fiends.
Yep.
Do y'all not remember that?
Oh yeah.
I'm talking about here in the city of Louisville now.
Yeah.
Where we grew up. We're talking about people that was pillar to post. And I had 2 or 3 friends, 14, 15, 16, that stayed with me and my mother and father.
Yeah.
So they had nowhere to go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
They had nowhere to go.
Yep.
Yeah.
You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I had a
I'm
friend
like,
that, yes.
My mom was a neighborhood mom. Shit, Greenwood, Market Street.
yes,
In the hood.
and I'm saying, like, and these people were true. It's my first true street N-words.
Yes.
But when they came in the house with us, man, they was the most mild-mannered people that you would ever see.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm saying,
You
because
saw a whole different side of them that you did not see out there in them streets, baby.
Because we were raised differently. We were raised with respect.
Absolutely.
My grandparents didn't play that.
Right.
Old people get on the bus, and we was on the bus, and the old lady was on that bus. You got your ass up.
Yep.
You let them sit down.
Immediately. Yeah.
I was seeing a lot of my friends in my neighborhood, you know, the neighborhood gangsters and stuff like that. When they came to my mom's house, because I hung with a bunch of boys. So when they came to my mama's house, when I say it was a totally different, you got a totally different energy, a totally different attitude. They would treat my mama in a way that I would not see them treat their elderlies, and you know, it was totally different. When my mom died, when I say the whole hood was there, and I didn't even realize how much she was a mother to so many outside.
Yeah. She respected and loved.
But you know but you know what's so crazy? That was the norm when we grew up. That was the norm.
Yeah.
That wasn't an exception. That was the norm.
Yeah.
So if my mama and Ebony's mama saw me acting a goddamn fool,
they gonna get your ass.
Your mama got permission to beat the dog shit out of me.
Exactly what I was
gonna get your ass.
I can remember
beat the dog shit out of me.
Wheatley. I went to Phyllis Wheatley. I can remember getting in trouble with Phyllis Wheatley.
Yeah.
And having to walk home. And back then you could walk home. I can remember
being
okay, by myself.
Yeah.
So I'm going home. I got a whooping by Miss Jones on Prentice. I'm like, well, why am I getting the whoop away over here?
Yeah.
And get on home to your mama. And by the time I got over to my grandmama,
she ready for you too.
I'm like, what the whole neighborhood?
I didn't even grow up in the projects, but I kid you not, somebody would call to my mama. She down there in Southwick, Carter Homes, tell her get her black ass on back over here.
and it's a thing.
Back then, it was basically the whole saying was take a village.
Yes. It was a village. It really was a village.
It was a village. It was a village.
Yes.
It was.
And you respected the village.
Absolutely.
That part.
Every adult, man, I tell you this. And I remember
this like fighting you for trying to help them with they kids.
Oh man, that's where I was going. That's where I was going. That's where I was going.
It's horrible.
Because now, when you say something to a younger person, the young mama, younger whatever, they ready to give you a whole lot of four-letter language. Or they want to make it seem like you're the problem.
Yeah.
Well, your child is one that's being disruptive, criminal activity, got all these other things that is not functional for the society. For us, and then in neighborhoods, because my parents still live down the way, so I'm still down the way all the time. But what's scary to me is that when people stop caring, and I think we at a point where certain age group we just don't care.
Yeah,
and when you don't care, it becomes so dangerous to the point where how can we be safe when people don't care?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not just saying like in certain neighborhoods or certain areas of town or certain cities. It's all over.
Right.
So like we didn't turn a blind eye and we have turned our hearing aids off to we're not going to see or hear. We don't care. And it's scary and sad, and to me, it's like these next few years, man. I bump it. These next 18 months. Let's be able to look at these next 18 months for society as a whole, Kentucky, Tennessee, and North Carolina as a whole, because these three states that we live in, man, it's gonna be some stuff, man. And it's gonna be some stuff, man.
You know what we headed toward? Don't nobody want to say it. We headed toward their race war. That's what we're headed toward.
It's already happening now, like down there in Toledo, Ohio, where they had Nazis walking around, and they got ran up out of Lincoln Heights down there.
That was Cincinnati.
Well, and I say this here.
I knew Cincinnati was gonna tear their ass up because Cincinnati rough.
Look,
rough like
Cincinnati. I'm gonna tell you this: it was 20 people there with AR-15s, and every car that rolled by, they were just calling people niggas. And so the news got up there first. Now I got family members. I got a cousin, man. I ain't gonna say his name, but he was part of the little crew that was up there. And I said, cuz, man, is this happening live in real time? He said, man, don't worry about it, cuz. I'm already with, and he's not no street, nothing. He's a corporate America person.
Yeah.
It was 70 people with him. So it was already what you saw like on the social media, on the news, it was already there. Man, he said by the time the sheriffs and the police got there to kind of like de-escalate the situation, man, there was 6,000 Negroes there.
I'm gonna say this here,
and I was like,
I seen something.
That's crazy. That quick? That quick?
Yeah, and see, I seen a saying, and I'm going to repeat the saying. And I'm not promoting violence.
No. We can't do that.
Violence, but
we won't keep our show. We won't keep our show on.
Oh yeah,
we won't keep our show going. There.
I'm gonna say this here is somebody made a comment and said we ain't our ancestors,
and that's true.
Yeah. We ain't our ancestors. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say the rest of it, but we ain't our ancestors.
We ain't taking no shit. They can kill it because we not taking no shit. So their best bet is to fall back. And I'm not trying to condone no violence, but their best bet is to fall back because we not taking no shit. I said, you ain't got to say it. We ain't taking no shit. The times are not the same. It's different. And best believe there is a lot of us that is really about that life. And like my title says, I want the smoke.
Yeah.
So they need to take heed.
And a lot of us
before they be non-existent.
And a lot of us are properly armed and trained.
That part.
But see, they expect us. They what they think is they think because all these years they done passed by. They done created this government. They think because they done created this government. All these years done passed by, and we just been sitting back and letting things flow the way it's flowed. So what they feel like at the end of the day is that we a bunch of dumb ends. But what they don't realize is that every time they try to lower us, every time they try to degrade us, every time they try to take something from us, we pick it up, flip it, reverse it, and make it even greater than what it was. So basically, y'all helped us to be able to survive regardless of what you do to us. So y'all don't have to say it. I'ma say it. We want that smoke.
Hey, Stola J, I didn't peep something.
What?
Skinny Ebner is militant as hell.
You know what I'm saying?
Skinny Ebner.
You know what? You get tired of beating around the bush. You get tired of beating around the bush. For the benefit of who?
No.
For the benefit of who?
No, cause look, I see your side profile when you was going your rant to your side profile. I'm like, she really is getting, she is really getting okay.
Hey,
look, hey, friend. I ain't mad at you. I love it. I love it. Hey, I love it. Hey, look, health, wealth. All that, man. Let's get it. All of us. Let's get it, man.
Yeah. Well,
I tell you what I want to do, and maybe y'all can help me, sisters. I need to find something for my skin, man. I want that skin when somebody say, man, you know, what y'all use for your skin? I want what y'all use.
That good old shea butter moisturizer. You know,
because I know like a good moisturizer for you, you know. But I want, you know, what I'm saying,
good coconut oil.
Coconut oil. Okay.
Yes.
What you use?
I use Clinique.
Oh, okay. Well, I know what that is. I know what Clinique is.
Mm-hmm.
I got that for my wife for Christmas. I know what that is. Okay.
You know, you gotta keep that black beautiful.
Yeah, I know Clinique is, but I can't wear no damn Clinique, girl.
Yes, you can. I'm talking about not makeup. I'm talking about Clinique, the cleanser. The moisturizer.
Oh, so the soap and stuff. Oh, yeah. I didn't know it was soap and stuff.
Moisturizer soap. Then I have like astringent to strip all the dirt and makeup off. And then I have a oil that you put over your face, a light, real thin oil that keeps your skin from breaking out and all that stuff.
Okay, because I know
keep up with the old school too. So I'm still back with the baby oils and stuff like that too.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because I'm saying like. But like, don't get twisted, man. I'm seeing like the I don't know if y'all had some New Year's resolutions or whatever, but we in February, and I'm seeing both of y'all. I'm seeing. So
the best thing you can do for your skin is be happy. Be happy.
That's true. That brings me. That brings me
So
back
look,
to what I was saying.
as a subject for another day, we ain't gonna go there because
Yeah, but that's another
it's
thing.
somebody over there. Anyway, Jay, go ahead.
Ebony has said something, man. We're gonna ready to get out of here soon. You know, about being selfish.
Okay.
A lot of times we have to be selfish because a lot of times we have people in our lives that's taking us off our path.
Yeah.
A lot of times, so you want to take your time. You want to take your time back. You want to take yourself from people. Sometimes I had a hard time for that, moving myself from people. Sometimes you got to do that. That's called another form of being selfish. You have to do that.
Yeah.
Like Kelly said, keep yourself surrounded with like-minded people.
Right. And for you, Jay, I think the anger part, your anger issues, the getting mad, the impulse control stuff.
Yeah.
That I know that you're working on now because you're not that same person. I think that for you,
baby, growth.
There you go.
Definitely. He definitely has. He's definitely grown.
Yes,
there you go. Because you could have been, should have been, and not who you are, but that's not who you are going to be right now.
Right.
Because I could have been somebody else, but that's not who I am today.
Right.
And for you, I think that, all the stuff that you have said and other stuff we have talked about, off camera, that right. I know you didn't move forward, but you got to continue to put that work because that just don't go away
every day.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. And I say I'm proud that that's what you moving forward with it because that's just an unhealthy way to live.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be fruitful for you going forward because you're gonna feel better. If you're mad, that's an energy that you don't want to have. That's an unhealthy energy to be upset or be angry.
Of course.
True.
I want to leave people with one thing. This will be the last thing I say. Your situation is not an interpretation of who you to become.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you got to remember that your situation is not an interpretation of who you are to become.
Mm-hmm. Big facts.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And I pick it back off that. You not what people think who you are. You are. You're not somebody else's opinion.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
You're not. Right. You're not nobody else's opinion.
Right.
You know who you are. Mm-hmm. Be who you are, believe in who you are, and be the best you can be, period. Bottom line.
Amen.
Just be the best you can be.
With that being said right there, he done said it right there. That's like I can't even put no words to that. So with that being said, hey, I want to say appreciation, man, to all y'all, for being there, trying to make the show what it is. And I really appreciate our core fans, our core subscribers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Y'all really
we appreciate y'all.
Yes.
Indeed.
Please tell everyone, share it. We are an open platform to talk about any and everything. If it's something y'all want us to talk about, we gonna be talking for you. You know what I'm saying? You want to come on there, talk about it. But with that being said, y'all tune in for Wednesday, ladies' night.
Oh man, I know that's gonna be special. I know that's gonna be. I'm tuning in. I know that's gonna be special. I'm tuning in for that one for sure. I get my clock set.
Yeah, you liable to hear anything on Wednesday nights, y'all.
I know. The last couple, boy, y'all been off the chain.
You heard,
man.
It might get a little spicy. You never know.
Oh man! Look my hand! Look my hand!
Well, the Short Logic Podcast, man. We out of here tonight, y'all. Y'all holler.
Peace.